지난 6월 12일 앤트맨 by Marvel Studio. The next morning, Scott was shivering. The Ant-Man suit plastered into the bag of crevice, the fuselage of a jet plane on its way from San Francisco to Boston. "It's freezing!" he shouted into the mix. "You couldn't make a simple family lining?" "You're over the target area," Pym said, ignoring Scott's complaint. Disengaged now, Scott. Scott had his partner ants in 3 groups. "Squadron A, go," he said. The first rank tumbled out into the slipstream. "B, go. C, go." When they were all in the air, Scott guided Anthony toward the edge. "All right, Anthony, please don't drop me this time." Then Anthony leaped out into the air, 20,000 feet above the ground. "I feel like a big leap from Chicago to this," Scott yelled. "Stay calm," Pym said. A minute later, when the ants came down through the lowest layer of cloud, Scott said, "Oh, guys, we might have a problem. Hank, didn't you say this was some old warehouse?" "It's not." The old technology warehouse in Hank's photograph was now a gleaming new complex with unmistakable Avenger logo 100 feet wide on the roof. "Scott, get out of there," Hope says. Pym chimed in. Abort now." "No, it's okay," Scott said. He was closer now and didn't see any rat or any sign of human, especially Avenger presence. "It doesn't look like anyone's home. Anthony, get me to the roof. He's going to lose the shoot," Pym said, worried. Hope looked at him like she couldn't believe that was his biggest problem. "He's going to lose his life," she said. Anthony dropped Scott a foot or so from the gravel rooftop, and he stumbled over, hopping to his feet. "All right, I'm on the roof of the Target building." Back in the Pym's house, he and Hope saw a shadow flash across one of the monitoring, feeding them in the ants' eyes view. "Somebody's home, Scott." Almost as soon as he'd spoken, surfacing Avenger Falcon swooped down and landed on the rooftop, not 20 feet from where Scott stood on the gravel. He heard someone talking to Falcon over a microphone in his suit. "What's going on down there, Sam?" Man couldn't believe it. Scott couldn't believe it. He was right there with the Avengers. "It's a Falcon." It's the Falcon인가? 너무 촌스럽게 것 같아. He reported to Hope and Pym. "I had a sensitive trip, but I'm not seeing anything," Falcon says, scanning the area to make sure. Looking right at Scott, he says, "Wait a second." "Abort, Scott," Pim says, over now! Scott held still, and anyway he was barely the size of the tiny pedal. He stood alone. It's okay, he can't see me. I can see you, the falcon said. He can see me. There was only one thing to do. Scott hit the thumb button and returned to the llama's side. He popped up to the visor on the helmet and said, Hi, I'm Scott. Hope turned to her father. Did he just say, Hi, I'm Scott? Pim couldn't look her in the eye. What are you doing here? Falcon asked, all business. First off, I'm a big fan, Scott said. Appreciate it. So who are you? I'm Ant-Man. The Falcon tried to not laugh. Ant-Man? What, you haven't heard of me? Scott was trying to be cool, but then he was recognized. No, you wouldn't haven't heard of me. You want to tell me what? Might as well as the truth. I was hoping I found grab a piece of technology just for a few days and return it. I need to save the world. You know how that is. I know exactly how that is. Falcon said. He started walking towards Scott and talking to his wrist comb. Locate the bridge. Bring him in. Oh, I don't like this, Scott said. Sorry about this, he said and shrank. Then he launched himself and punched the Falcon square on the point of his chin. The Falcon reeled and backward and took off the wash from his wing, knocking Scott over the edge of the building. Scott hit the grass and took off running. What are you doing? Pim was shouting in his ear. Bridge is an adult male who has some sort of shrinking tech. Falcon reported as he glided over the lawn where Scott was trying to evade him. He spotted Scott and landed, trying to stomp him. Scott jumped out of the way and buzzed around Falcon's head, throwing punches that he hoped weren't too hard, not hard enough. Sorry about that, he kept saying. Falcon tried to shoot him, but for one thing, Scott was too small, and for another thing, he hung onto the gun's better side until Falcon gave up. Then Scott tried to hit him again. This time, Falcon saw him coming and threw a punch in time to knock Scott's prowling. Also, he accidentally returned to full size. That's enough, Falcon said, hauling Scott to his feet, but Scott went after him, putting Hope's move for good use. He was standing toes to toes with one of the Avengers. All of a sudden, having the shoot was great. Then Falcon's wings smacked together on neither side on Scott's hands, and Scott saw stars. He shrank again and shouted, Anthony, a little help? Anthony appeared. Scott jumped on his back, and they buzzed away toward the warehouse. Falcon followed, but Scott got there first. That meant that when Falcon came in, Scott could again use his size to his advantage. He waited until Falcon stalked through the warehouse door. Then he snuck inside Falcon's chute and started tearing at the electronics. Falcon launched himself backward through the door, spiraling crazily in the air as his wings shorted out. He hit the ground hard, plowing up a furrow for several yards, then leaped to his feet and looked around. But Scott was on his back, and all he to do is wait for Anthony to catch up. As he rolled Anthony away, he heard Falcon say into his wrist comb, "It's really important to me that Cap never find about this." 이거 되게 기나였는데. 그러니까 막 앤토니를 타고서 앤트맨 그 스콧이 쭉 내려와가지고 딱 도착했는데 걱정 근데 뭔가 좀 잘못된 것 같아 하면서 막 내려왔는데 알고 보니까 그 스타크 아빠의 오래된 창고인 줄 알았는데 그게 새롭게 지금 어벤져스의 뭐 연구실 비슷한 걸 연구실 아니고 약간 창고 같은 걸로 쓰이고 있어가지고 안돼 하면서 막 팔콘이 있어가지고 뭐지 막 핌이 슈트 쪼다가 뭐지 잃어버릴 것 같은데 하니까 망가뜨릴 것 같은데 하니까 인생을 망가뜨리게 찍고 나니까 he's gonna lose his life. 이게 뭐가 좋을까 표현이? 아무튼 그런 식으로 얘기했고 내가 그래서 막 싸웠는데 어떻게든 막 웨어라스에 딱 들어갔다가 둘이서 막 치고받고 하더니 막 커졌다 작아졌다 해가지고 다시 나왔는데 그때 이렇게 팔콘이 막 그때까지 여기 침입자가 뭐지? 작아졌다 늘어났다 한다 이런 식으로 막 얘기하면서 하고 있었던 거에다가 캡틴 이걸 절대 안 봐서 이걸 안 봐서 정말 다행이다라고 딱 얘기하는데 캡틴 아메리카 얘기하는 것 같아. 챕터 13